San Francisco Peaks are sacred to 13 different tribes, or holy, I should say, and culturally significant to 22 tribal nations. And for my people, for the Navajo tribe, it is one of our pillars of our world. There are 4 sacred mountains that were given to us at the beginning of time by the Creator. And within these 4 sacred mountains, our Diné people are to protect and nurture the land and the earth. And in turn, the earth and the land, our mountains, take care of us. The Holy San Francisco Peaks are not on a reservation land. They are on Forest Service land. And the Forest Service leases out 1% of the mountain to a ski resort. This ski resort was the center of controversy from inception. Tribes fought it. It went through the court system, and the Supreme Court refused to hear it. So the ski resort was built. Snow Bowl and the Forest Service had plans 10 years ago to just push this through with one meeting. 10 years later, we're struggling. You know, we're fighting against them, and they have not yet been able to expand. It was through the Save the Peaks Coalition that we got the Navajo tribe, as well as 5 other tribes, to sign on to a lawsuit against the Forest Service and against the ski resort. There's also the Sierra Club, the Center for Biological Diversity, the Flagstaff Activist Network, and a couple of individuals who are part of this lawsuit. We went to court in the lower court here in Prescott, and we lost. We appealed it to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco. It was heard by a 3-judge panel, and we won. And that was a huge victory, not only for us, but for other sacred sites, because this case is so it's so important. It's a precedent-setting case because it deals with sacred sites, holy places on federal land. And as you know, this is all traditional indigenous peoples' lands, and there are holy sites all throughout America. And the federal government has a lot of these sites under their care. So yeah, we won with the 3 panel, and then it was appealed by the Forest Service and the ski resort. And there was actually a couple of, I think there was a ski industry group that had filed an amicus brief as well on that, and it was taken to Pasadena to a court, and we lost. It wasn't just our holy site that is, you know, on trial, that is, you know, in the court system, but it's our culture. This last court decision for us told us that our cultural belief, our spiritual belief, is not a valid religion. I mean, to subjective, it's subjective spiritual feelings. That's for traditional people. who have grown up with our identity and who carry on these ways of life since the beginning of time, and want to ensure that our children have these spiritual connections as well. To be told that your ways of life, your culture is a spiritual subjective feeling is one of the most painful feelings that I think anybody could ever feel, is to be told that your culture is not valid. What you believe, what your ancestors have fought for, what they've carried on, what they've died for, is not valid. That because this is the system, this government system, these are the people who decide whether or not we're spiritual citizens of the world. So it was very painful.
Let's come together for a second and have a moment of intention. And
the significance of this mountain is completely integral to our cultural survival as Indigenous people here in the Southwest. The head of our households carry medicine bundles. And medicine bundles are very significant because that's what controls our whole family, our whole community, our livestock, everything. And that's earth from each of the mountains. And what happens on each of these mountains, because we have that spiritual connection through our medicine bundle, affects us. So if there is something like the use of reclaimed wastewater for artificial snowmaking that is happening on one of the mountains, that will affect our health. Not only an emotional and spiritual health, but also physical health. Using reclaimed wastewater on the mountain, how would that affect the Havasupai who go there for and use the pure snow water for their purification ceremonies, as well as the Apaches who use this as the portal into their next world. For the Hopi people, because the Kachinas are making snow, what it would do, and what the Hopi people fear, is that it would chase the Kachinas away. The Kachinas would leave because they would feel there is no use for them. And that's the center of their culture. That's who they are, their identity.
After all the lies and the empty promises, we take a stand on the land.
And it's interesting, I don't consider myself an activist. I've never considered myself an activist, and I think I was kind of shocked the first time somebody called me an activist, because in my perspective, I care. I care about these issues that are happening. I care about our people. I care about our families. I care about our future generations. I care about the environment and our very, very fragile relationship that we have with our Mother Earth. And that's why I speak out, because I care.